Brandon Miller plays second base and wears number 4. Number 9, Lane McDonald, is playing center field. And batting ninth, playing right field, wearing number 21, Taylor Mack. The Norskies are coached by Harold Olson and assisted by Kurt Faust and Dave Latz. Hey, Coach, how bad did I butcher that? Anansorgi?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Anansorgi?
Yeah, say it differently each time.
That'd be funny. Probably not to his mom and dad. Anansorgi's close, though?
That's it.
All right, thanks. That one I usually get right. Number 1.
Hi everybody, welcome to Deforest High School. Time for another Prep Mania Channel3000.com Game of the Week. Jay Wilson with you for a Badger North baseball battle between the Waunakee Warriors and the Deforest Norskies. Overcast day as the clouds roll in. We're expecting rain later tonight, but hopefully we'll get everything in all right, as the rain's expected to hit maybe about 8 o'clock here tonight. In the meantime, it's a nice mild day with temperatures in the mid-60s and a bit of a breeze. But all in all, a pretty nice afternoon for baseball between these two longtime rivals in the Badger North Conference. The Waunakee Warriors come in with a 5-game winning streak. They're 6-4 overall, 3-2 in the conference. Deforest is 4-7 overall, 3-4 in the Badger North, and they're both chasing Reedsburg, an undefeated team, both overall and in the Badger North. Waunakee, after today, will be facing Reedsburg Thursday. There you see today's starting pitcher for Deforest, Brett Baumhoff. And we're just about set to go. Great to have you on board here on Channel3000.com. Leading off for Waunakee, as usual, will be their center fielder, Max Chamberlain. Quickly through the Waunakee batting order, Max Chamberlain, center field, leads off. Caleb Verabrook, the third baseman, hits second. Nick Amato, the right fielder, hits third. Cameron Hurlbus, designated hitter, hits fourth. Willie Frymuth at shortstop hits fifth. Luke Johnson, the catcher, hits sixth. And our first pitch of the game is a ball. Alex Vagley will hit seventh for Waunakee. He's the second baseman. Jacob Anasorgi hits eighth. He's the first baseman. And Justin Block, the left fielder, will hit ninth. There's Baumhoff with a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1. Just underway. And see, the sun is now broken through here at Deforest, home field of the Norskies. And Baumhoff gets ahead of Chamberlain. A ball and 2 strikes. Chamberlain's hitting .500 on the year. And he hits one to right field, and that'll drop in front of Taylor Mack, and Chamberlain leads off our game with a hit. These two teams played earlier this year. That was at Waunakee in April, and Deforest had a 4-0 lead. But Waunakee rallied, came back, and won it 5-4. So the Norskies trying to even the score on their home field this afternoon. A little later today, we'll be joined by Deforest Athletic Director Mike McHugh. Some exciting things happening here at Deforest High School. Brand new set of bleachers going up on the football field. And it's going to make that stadium really quite something when they open them up this fall. Here's Caleb Verabrook. He's the third baseman and lays down the bunt, and it's going to be a successful sacrifice. And boy, he almost tried to get out of the way of that one, but it hit the bat, and it would turn out to be a beautiful sacrifice bunt. So Baumhoff to bleed for the out, and Chamberlain advances to second. So now here comes the meat of the Waunakee order, starting with right fielder Nick Amato. Amato hitting .241, no homers, 8 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the right-hander Brett Baumhoff. And that's a shot to right field, and that again will drop in front of Mack for a hit. Chamberlain will make third, and the ball comes in, and it'll be first and third Waunakee to lead off the first inning here.
Puts runners at the corners.
So Chamberlain only able to advance 90 feet.
The designated hitter, number 11, Cameron.
Single, a sacrifice, and another hit. Waunakee's in business with only one out. Here's Cameron Hurlbus. Boy, remember, if you watched our game of the week on Thursday from Warner Park, he hit a shot to left center field for a long home run, and then got another key hit to help win that game, 7-5 over Madison Edgewood. Extra inning game, 8 innings last Thursday. Hurlbus on the year, hitting .500. 9 out of 18. And there's a chopper to second. That's going to kick off Brandon Miller. And everybody's going to be safe. Well,
safe on the air,
tough hop, but we're going to have to give Miller the error. Chamberlain scores to put Waunakee up 1-0. So Amato goes to second. Hurlbus the runner at first, an unearned run so far. And Waunakee leads at 1-0. Now here's Willie Frymuth. He's the Waunakee shortstop. .250 on the season. 9 runs batted in for the homecoming king at Waunakee High School this year. And this one's bounced up the middle and through to center field for a hit. Frymuth's going to drive in one as Amato rounds third. Hurlbus gets all the way to third, so it's 2-0 Waunakee. What a start for the Warriors.
That's going to bring up the catcher, number 6.
So Baumhoff hit hard here in the first inning with 3 Waunakee hits already. 2-0 Warriors. Give Frymuth the RBI, his 10th of the year. And now here's the catcher, Luke Johnson. Johnson having a good season at the plate, .308. He's also driven in 9. First and third, the runners. Frymuth at first, Hurlbus at third. This one's fisted to the right side. It'll get home a run, and Miller couldn't catch the ball. That's going to be another error on the second baseman for Deforest. Boy, what a tough start from the Norskies. So Frymuth gets to second. Johnson now at first, and they're going to have a pinch runner there for the Waunakee catcher. That's going to be Alex Cole. We saw a lot of this Thursday night where Cole came in to run for Johnson, and he will here again in the first inning. Only 1 out. 3 runs already in, and we're down to the number 7 slot in the Waunakee order with Alex Vagley. Vagley only 3 hits this year, 167 batting average, but he has driven in a couple of runs. First pitch swinging to second. Miller to now he threw it outside the shortstop, Vandermolen. 1 run is going to score. Runner slides into third safely, and this inning is a mess for Deforest.
Runners are safe on the air, drives in another run.
Now we're going to have to give Miller yet another error, his 3rd error of the inning. Cole made it all the way to third. Frymuth scored. And it's 4-0 Waunakee. Well, we said the Warriors have been playing well lately. They're 5 straight wins.
That's going to bring up number 1, the first baseman, Jacob Hanensorgi.
Hanensorgi now the hitter. Jacob came in and pitched very well Thursday night at Warner Park. Big guy. Looking for his first hit of the year in 14 at-bats. And there's a strike from Baumhoff. Well, Deforest in an early hole here. Here's the 1-strike pitch to Hanensorgi. Runner going. Ball skips to the catcher Allen, and that allows Vagley to steal second. The only out of the inning was that sacrifice bunt by Verberg. This one's chopped to the mound. Nice play by Baumhoff. He comes home, collision at the plate, and the ball was knocked loose, and Cole comes in to score the 5th run of the inning.
The runner is called safe on the play at the plate.
So that's going to be a fielder's choice. Give Waunakee an RBI.
That's going to bring
He'll
up
reach. And the inning continues.
number three.
5-0.
The fielder, Justin Block.
Ball and the runner got there at the same time. That's called a collision.
First and third now,
Just happened to be there.
as Waunakee will bat around at least here in the first.
Your guys
Left fielder Justin Block now to the plate. 8 out of 21 this season. 381 batting average. Now Baumhoff is going to take a little walk behind the mound. He decided to come home with the throw. And throw and runner arrived at the same time. Allen and Cole, the runner, collided. Ball jarred loose and Cole touched the plate, and that made it 5-0. First pitch to Justin Block. That's a hot shot up the middle. Miller with a nice stop to second for one. Relay. Safe as the throw pulled bleed off the bag. So they get the out at second. The fielder's choice to Waunakee.
Block rounds into a fielder's choice.
Block reaches on the fielder's choice, but vaguely scores, and it's 6-0 in the first inning. RBI for Justin Block.
Center fielder, number 5, Max Chamberlain.
Well, now we get to see just how the game started with Max Chamberlain in the box. He's the 10th batter of the first inning. Missed the ball. Baumhoff on the season came in with a 2-1 record and a 1.75 earned run average, but a bunch of these runs are unearned. Chamberlain looks at a strike. 1-1. Runner going. Chamberlain fists it back to the pitcher, but it was off his foot, and that's a foul ball. Last year, Waunakee won the Badger North Conference. Won their regional, made it to the sectional for a second straight year. Well, they lost some players, didn't they? Derek Strauss, Jared Stagey, Jacob Soper. But now the runner going, and the pitch bounces off Allen's glove, so that'll give a stolen base for Justin Block. So he's the only runner on right now. He's at second base in what has been a very long first inning for Brett Baumhoff and the Deforest Norskies. Here's 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. Chamberlain led off the game with a hit, and he came around to score. So he's now over 500, his batting average on the season. Great football player, first team all-conference linebacker, second team all-conference running back, and he takes a walk. And the Norskies just want to get into their dugout any way they can right now. There are 2 out, but 6 runs are in here in the first inning.
Caleb Verabrook.
And Caleb Verabrook steps in. He had that sacrifice bunt to move Chamberlain along in the first inning, and who knew that would eventually lead to 6 runs. Baumhoff delivers. Strike 1. Verabrook up, Nick Amato on deck. Just missing low. It's a ball, 1-1. Well, this kind of happened to Deforest last year in our game of the week. Remember, that was a game that we were hoping to play in Waunakee that kept getting rained out and rained out. Then when we did play it, Waunakee won it 11-0 on a 3-hitter. This game's starting to look like that right now once again. Now we're going to have a conversation between Baumhoff and the Deforest catcher, Brock Allen. Well, Deforest been a bit of an up and down team this year, but I tell you what, they almost knocked off the conference leaders Reedsburg the other night. Lost 6-5. That would have been Reedsburg's first loss of the season. The Beavers held on, and now they have a club, don't they? They're ranked in the state rankings. The new state baseball rankings came out just earlier this week. And in Division I, Reedsburg at 12-0, ranked 10th in the state. Sun Prairie number 1 in Division I. Holman 2nd, Stevens Point 3rd, Kimberly 4th, Kenosha Bradford 5th. Reedsburg, one of the few remaining undefeated teams in the state right now. Okay, now we're ready to go with Bearbrook facing a 2-1 count with 2 down here in the first. Another hard hit ball and another base hit to center. Here comes Justin Block to score the 7th run of the first inning.
Bearbrook singles to center field, drives in
So
a
give
run.
Bearbrook the RBI. He's
That's
1
gonna
for
bring
1
up
officially.
Number 25.
Chamberlain
right
gets
fielder,
to second.
Nick
I tell you what,
Amato.
Waunakee's come out swinging the bats. They've been very aggressive. A lot of first pitch swings and paid off. It's only the 3rd hit of the inning. Make it the 4th hit of the inning. But they've been productive. Here's Amato. He singled his first time. First pitch swinging again. This time to short. They'll go the short way to second. And finally, that first
Amato
inning,
rounds out into the
the
field
top of the
choice
first
for the
inning is
third
over.
Final out of the inning.
Boy, was that something for Waunakee. Like a football game. They scored 7 in the first. It's nothing new for Waunakee, though. I guess they don't score. So, Waunakee gets 7 on 4 hits. There were 3 costly Deforest errors. And the Norskies are in an early hole. We'll see how they can get out of it. They're coming up to bat at the bottom of the first with Waunakee leading 7-0.
Leading off for the Norskies is going to be number 24, shortstop, John Vandermullen.
Okay. All right. Mark Seehoff, the Waunakee pitcher, taking his warm-up tosses as he's just about set to face Deforest here in the bottom of the first inning after the Warriors gave Seehoff a 7-run cushion to start here. And let's go quickly through the Deforest batting order. Shortstop John Vandermolen will lead off. Third baseman Evan Kelly hits second. Brett Baumhoff, the pitcher, is third. Jordan Bleed is the cleanup hitter. He's playing first base. Joe Mickelson, left fielder, hits fifth. Brock Allen, the catcher, hits sixth. Brandon Miller, second baseman, hits seventh. Lane McDonald, the center fielder, hitting eighth. And Taylor Mack, the right fielder, hitting ninth for Harold Olson's Deforest Norskies. And there you see John Vandermolen, the shortstop, a .368 hitter, stepping in against Seehoff. Seehoff evens the count there with a strike. Vandermolen, so many of these guys, football and baseball players, a lot of them also three-sport athletes. When you throw basketball in there, Vandermolen was a second-team all-conference defensive back. There you see number 24 for the Norskies today. And here's the 1-2 pitch. Late swing, a little number that's going to go foul first base side. You said Deforest has had its ups and downs this season. Their season opener against Madison East was rained out. And they opened the season against Baraboo and lost that one 11-7. Had a good practice out on that Wednesday, and then on Thursday they beat Sauk Prairie 17-1. Ground ball to second. Alex Vagley up and throwing, and retires the batter. Vandermolen, one out.
Vandermolen grounds out.
So a good start for Seehoff and the Warriors.
That's going to bring up number 11, the third
They'd
base.
sure like to answer that big 7-run top of the first with a 0 in the bottom. There's Seehoff. On the season, he's 1-3 is his record, a 6.59 earned run average. 17 innings pitched. He's had
Kelly is hit by the pitch.
16
earned
runs.
first base. That's going to bring up the pitcher.
Part of the issue, a little control
Number
problem,
8,
is Evan
Brett
Kelly, the
Baumhoff.
leading hitter for Deforest, is hit by a pitch. Kelly, the third baseman, 421 average. Still trouble in the batter's box for Waunakee. Brett Baumhoff, the pitcher, he's sporting a 389 average so far this season. His first pitch to Baumhoff. And there's a one hopper to second. Vagley to second for one, and that time they turn the double play. So just as quickly as Kelly is the first base runner for Deforest, Baumhoff grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. A 4-6-3 double play, I should say.
Nobody left.
And very quick, quiet first inning for Deforest. Play one here in our Prep Mania Channel 3000.com game of the week. Waunakee leads Deforest 7-0.
Head on over to the concession stand. They've got ice cold soda, peanuts, popcorn, chips, walking tacos, hamburgers, hot dogs, candy. The top half of the second inning. Leading off for Waunakee is going to be the designated hitter, number 11, Cameron Hurlbutz.
Waunakee comes to bat at the top of the second, leading 7-0 here in Deforest. You see, good crowd here assembled for these two great rivals, only less than 10 miles apart from each other. And the first pitch to Cameron Hurlbutz is just missing for ball one. Hurlbutz reached on an error, scored one of those 7 Waunakee runs in the first. Baumhoff looks to settle it a little bit after a very rocky first inning. His 3 errors sure didn't help him any. Here comes the 2-0. This one's looped to third. Evan Kelly gets it on one half and throws across to retire Hurlbutz. That's one out here in the Waunakee second inning.
Bring up number 18, the shortstop,
Willie Frymuth, who singled and scored in the first inning. Frymuth, the number 5 hitter in Spencer Lee's Waunakee lineup. Spencer Lee in his 17th season as Waunakee's head baseball coach. Harold Olson been at Deforest a while now, so I know the players certainly know each other pretty well. I think the head coaches are in that category as well. Frymuth takes a strike. And now this one's to third again. Kelly. Good throw across, and quickly 2 up and 2 down in the second.
Rounds out to the third baseman for the second out of the inning.
So now we go to Luke Johnson, the catcher, who
going to bring up
reached on an error and scored in the first.
number
Johnson
6,
hitting
the catcher, Luke
308
Johnson.
coming into the game. A double, 9 runs batted into the season. That one just misses for ball one from Brett Baumhoff. Well, the wind has calmed just a little bit, and it's barely a breeze now. This one's to the hole and short. Vanderbilt, strong throw, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Brett Baumhoff in the second. 3 ground balls in the infield, and nicely done by the Deforest infield. So Waunakee maintains its 7-0 lead as Deforest gets ready to come to bat here in the bottom of the second.
Thursday night for a game at the 10 Dome. Game time 5 p.m. Next Monday they'll be at McFarland. Then they'll be back home here again next Tuesday evening, 5 o'clock, for a game against Mount Horeb. Leading off in the home half of the second inning, going to be number 2, the first baseman, Jordan Bleed.
You're right.
Yeah, buddy.
Madison West on Friday, 5:45.
Oh, yeah? When did that get added? On Friday, Madison West, huh? At what time? 5:45.
Illinois will try to chip away at this deficit. 7-0 as Waunakee scored all 7 of those runs in the first inning. And there you see first baseman Jordan Bleed is the first hitter to face Mark Seehoff here in the DeForest second inning. Bleed, Joe Mickelson, Brock Allen, the scheduled 3 to lead off for DeForest. And it's ball 1 to Jordan Bleed, who's hitting .297 on the season. Saw him in the football season. First team all-conference Badger North linebacker. I was going to try and get something going for DeForest here in the second, and so far so good for Bleed. He looked at 3 straight balls, so trying to get on to lead off the second inning. DeForest has had 1 base runner in the first, hit by a pitch, but then that was wiped out by a double play at that time. Seehoff throws one in there for a strike, 3-1. Thanks to Herzing University. They've been with us all along here in our Prep Mania Channel3000.com Game of the Week broadcast, and we appreciate their sponsorship of our webcasts and our telecasts during the football season. 3-2 now as Seehoff battles back for a full count. Here it comes. Hit in the air. Right field. Nick D'Amato has it gauged. And he grabs it for the first out.
Lead flies out to the right fielder for the first out of the inning.
So Seehoff has faced the minimum with a double play.
Number 34, Joe.
And now the number 5 hitter for DeForest, Joe Mickelson, steps in. Mickelson, .233 is batting average on the season. Whereas number 34 on the back of his gold and purple uniform for DeForest. Nice ballpark here. Well kept, good shape. The sun is pretty much right over the right field line right now, so the batter Mickelson will just see it out of the corner of his eye, but shouldn't be too many issues with the sun, as the outfielders will be looking with the sun behind them. Again, not too much of a wind to talk about. Certainly less than 10 miles an hour, so good conditions for high school baseball this afternoon. I took something off of that one, and that tied up Mickelson, who can only foul it off down the third base line for another strike. That's 1-2. The count now to Joe Mickelson. We've had such great weather for most of the spring. A couple of days of rain, like last Thursday, had some issues. Some games were rained out Saturday, or, Monday is rained all day Sunday, and then Monday was kind of an issue. And now Mickelson is hit by the pitch, so second hit by pitch of the game for the Deforest batters.
Allen.
Kelly in the first, and now Mickelson here in the second. And the Norskies trying to cut into that 7-run deficit. And here comes the catcher, Brock Allen, a .353 hitter on the season. Second baseman, Brandon Miller, on deck. Good cut by Allen, and he fouls it back. Just outside of Deforest High School, Highway 51, not that far away. A couple 3/10 of a mile to behind the road, behind the stadium here, I should say. In Deforest, Wisconsin. 0-1 pitch, but first the throw to first, and boy, that was close. Mickelson just barely got back in. There you see some of the surroundings here at Deforest High School. There's Highway 51. Not too much traffic on it right now. Beltline, a different story right at this point. Joe Mickelson's the runner at first. Brock Allen is at the plate for Deforest as they bat here in the bottom of the second. And Allen with a bit of a late swing, just fouled it straight back, 1-2. Our next Mania Channel 3000.com game of the week comes up next Tuesday when we will be at Old Brick Park girls softball. Cole Newman and the La Follette Lancers will be battling Middleton. Newman's having another great year on the in the circle for La Follette. Another throw back to first, chases Mickelson back. It's 4:30 next Tuesday on the game of the week. Another 1-2 coming to Allen. He held up and looked at ball 2. 2-2 the count. Good battle here between Seehoff, the pitcher, and Allen, the hitter. Ground ball to short. Frymuth to second. Vaguely turns, and it skips out of the glove of Anasorgi. So Allen will reach on a fielder's choice. Mickelson out at second.
The fielder's choice for the second out of the inning.
And that'll be 2 outs here in the second.
Going to bring up the second baseman, number 4, Brandon Miller.
Brandon Miller will now step in. Miller, 179 in the year, his batting average, and boy, he'd like to get a hit here as we have a little problem with second base.
Courtesy running for the catcher is going to be number 6, Eric Anderson.
Got to dig out the dirt a little bit, then that post will fit in securely, and the bag right tight to the ground, we hope. I gotta know all the tricks, don't you?
I've been informed that the
all
Northeast
eyes
also
on the
have a
second
game this Friday
second
night,
base.
starting at 5:45 at Madison West.
Again, Deforest 4-7 overall, 3-4 in the conference. Waunakee 6-4, and 3-2. And these two teams will actually be in the same sectional when tournaments come around. So this certainly will have a bit of an effect on seeding, that type of thing.
Soda.
Deforest and Waunakee could face each other again down the road. Of course, their regular 2 battles in the Badger Conference North season, and perhaps one in the tournament season. Well, we hit May 1st today, so that means that the tournament season isn't all that far away. Regionals begin Tuesday, May 29th. As we said, Waunakee and Deforest in the same sectional, along with Baraboo, Holman, La Crosse Central, La Crosse Logan, Madison Memorial, Middleton, Onalaska, Reedsburg, Sauk Prairie, and Toma. So plenty of Badger North schools in that grouping. Boy, that's a tough sectional, isn't it? Reedsburg, you figure, would, if all things stay the same, you're going to battle, but again, Holman is ranked second in the state, so figure Reedsburg and Holman will have something to say about who comes out of that sectional, the sectional championship game, Tuesday, June 5th at Sauk Prairie. That is a long way from now. So now second base is back in order, and we're back to action as Brandon Miller gets ready to face Mark Seehoff with Brock Allen on first base, and 2 out here in the DeForest second. And that one catches the corner for strike 1. Seehoff hasn't allowed a hit yet. He's hit a couple of batters, but that's been it. Here's the 0-1 coming to Miller. Chopped foul. Harold Olson will let it roll to a stop, pick it up, and get it back in play. 0-2 the count to Miller. DeForest as a team hits .288 on the season. .2 now to Miller. Runner going. This one's bounced to third. Played well by Verabrook. Long throw across and got the runner at first. So the DeForest infield very solidly here to start the game. 2 clean innings for Mark Seehoff. And the lead stays the same. Waunakee leads DeForest 7-0. We go to the top of the third here in DeForest.
Complete. 7-4. In the top half of the third inning, the Warriors are going to have leading off the second baseman, number 2, Alex Bagley.
Welcome back to DeForest, where Waunakee takes a 7-0 lead into the top of the third inning. It's going to be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters, Bagley, Anasorgi, and Block, to face Brett Vomhoff, the DeForest pitcher. And we're pleased to be joined by DeForest Athletic Director Mike McHugh, who's going to spend a little time with us and tell us about exciting things happening in DeForest and all sorts of things. Mike, thanks for joining us for a little bit.
Thanks, Jay. The score reminds me a little bit too much of a Waunakee DeForest football game. But
well, yeah,
it
does have that 7-0 feel to it, doesn't it? But long way to go here, and you never know what's going to happen. The first thing we noticed when we came in today, the football bleachers, as there's a ground ball to short. Vandermolen will throw out Alex Bagley to start the third. You've got some big construction here on the football field, huh?
Yeah, we do. We're pretty excited about the project. At the current time, we have a $1.3 million stadium that is going to be ready for the fall. And we're trying to fundraise another $1 million to add some more things and complete the project. So that'll be continuing on in the future here a little bit.
It looks like a major project. I mean, that has
it is
quite complicated.
It's nice that the community and the district are supporting us during some difficult times in the economy and so forth. And as you are well aware, it was greatly needed, and it was becoming a safety issue.
Yep.
And so we're looking forward to opening it up this fall. I think we have Edgewood as our opening game for football, and Got a little media room there for you, Jay.
Oh, wonderful.
You know, so, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Well, we got to plan that game of the week schedule for the Mo pretty soon, too, now, so that's great. Justin Block now up with Waunakee getting his first hit of the year. He's the runner at first base. Tell us a little bit. You're on the inside of this Waunakee Deforest rivalry. What's it like?
It's awesome. It's in my opinion, it's really healthy.
Ground ball to short. Vandermolen will get the batter. Waunakee will move to second.
Block is out at first base on a close play.
We just have a tremendous amount of respect for Waunakee's program, and Brian Smith, their AD, does a tremendous job, and their coaching staff over there is top notch. And you know, quite honestly, they've made everybody else in the conference have to be better. And you know, they're the school that we try to emulate ourselves after and really get after. And it's made us better, and so I think it's really healthy. It's fun. You know that anytime you're going to play each other, you're going to have nice crowds. There's a lot of interest, media interest, and so I think in so many ways it's really positive.
And the two schools have really worked hard to keep it a good rivalry, because it can boil over and emotions can get a little hot, but you guys have really done a conscious effort to keep it a good rivalry.
You bet. Yeah, we've done some things with our student council groups where they'll exchange during homecoming week, and they'll have some kids come over and visit our school, and our kids go over there and visit theirs and get involved in their pep rallies and so forth, and find out that kids are kids. And you know, once you're outside of the uniform, you know, we're all kind of alike.
Yep. Max Chamberlain grounds out to second base. That ends the third inning. Travis, we'll just leave the mics open. We'll keep talking to Mike here through from the top to the bottom of the third here, and get a couple of other topics. It was an eventful week in Stevens Point last week. Not only did the Board of Control vote to move the girls basketball tournament to Green Bay, but also the WIA's annual meeting was held, the gathering of all the schools around the state from Wednesday. I guess let's talk about basketball first. What's been the reaction as you talk to your colleagues about that move?
Yeah, it's interesting because Coach Doug Pickards, our girls basketball coach, has been around for 20-some years, and I think we're one of probably the few schools in the state that actually played in the state tournament in the field house, in the Alliance Center, and in the Kohl Center. And so we have some unique experiences there. And you know, he came in and he was pretty disappointed. You know, it was tough for him to realize we're not going to have the opportunity to play in Madison. So we talked through a lot of things. You know, we talked about the differences for schools like this year in comparison. In the boys tournament, we played Kaukauna, and you know, they got to come down to Madison a day early. They had their pep rally on Wednesday. They had a night here, got to have a little bonding experience from prep for the game. Our kids on Thursday morning got up, had a pep rally at 11, got on a yellow bus, and we're playing in the state basketball tournament at 2 o'clock. So the whole experience is different. And I said, you know, if we go up to Green Bay, if that opportunity ever happens, you know, you have some new experiences and some new opportunities. So. And quite honestly, the Resch Center is a very nice facility. And, you know, I don't think we were going to match that here in Madison. So, you know, hopefully it'll become a home. It works for volleyball. And I think given time, maybe it can win some people over.
Yeah, be interesting to see how it develops. We go to the bottom of the third now. DeForest up, and Lane McDonald, the center fielder, will be followed by Taylor Mack, the right fielder, and John Vandermolen, the shortstop. Okay, so that's the DeForest perspective. Can you give us a bigger picture about what the talk was at the annual meeting as the state schools gathered in Stevens Point the next day?
And quite honestly, the people in our area kind of miss it. You know, I mean, it's great for us to get in our cars and be down to the Kohl Center or the Alliance or whatever in a half hour, you know, and it doesn't take a big chunk out of your day or anything. Now it's a new situation. Quite obviously, I think for the people up in the Valley area, it's a great opportunity for them to get to the state tournament, and their fans and their kids to get to the state tournament. So I don't think it was all that well received here in the Dane County area.
Which is not a surprise.
Right.
That's, yeah, that, for all the reasons you just said. McDonald strikes out looking, and now the number 9 hitter Taylor Mack steps up. Forest still looking for their first base hit of the afternoon. You've been doing this athletic director thing for a couple years now. It's challenging, fun, rewarding. Ground ball to short, and Frymuth throws out Mack. Is it getting more challenging as things spread out and you have all these sports and all these things to worry about?
You hit it on the head. It is fun and it's challenging, and no 2 days are alike. And the challenges now more are economic. We really have to rely on a lot of fundraising and generosity of people to make things work. And
ground ball to third. Verabrook throws out Vandermolen. Boy, that was pretty quick. Well, we can't give you a short inning like that. We'll keep going. Is the role of an athletic director changing?
I don't know so much the role. I guess it's kind of evolving. You're right. It would be in some regards. Again, it comes down to the situation you're in, the district you're in. I think in the Badger Conference, the schools are very supportive of athletics, and so our roles might be a little bit different than, say, someone maybe in north central Wisconsin, where economic times are a little bit tougher and you just face some different challenges. I like to think in our area that we do have it pretty well. We have nice facilities. We always want to keep expanding and looking at different sports to add and keeping kids involved. That's kind of one of our focuses. And it's ever evolving, but it is a fun and it's a great experience.
Have kids changed? Have parents changed?
Well, I look back to when we were in school, Jay, back at Assumption High School there in the 70s. Yeah. And, I don't know that kids have changed. Things have changed for kids. There's so many more distractions, and, media has really changed our lives for everybody, some good, some bad, but kids, we got great kids. I mean, absolutely great kids, and that's the job I enjoy. I mean, the most important thing and the thing I enjoy the most about my job is working with our kids, and just to see them out here and get a hug after a game or a high five, that's so rewarding. And we had good kids back in the 70s, and we had our kids that were tough too. So good things.
Caleb Verabrook leads off the Waunakee fourth inning as the Warriors hold on to that 7-0 lead, getting all 7 runs in the first inning. But like you say, Deforest seems to be a pretty unique place. I mean, nice crowd here for a baseball game on a Tuesday afternoon. We see your construction projects, and your facilities are great, and the people give you a lot of support.
They do. Yeah, we feel blessed, and I think Waunakee's in the same boat. Yeah, we got great facilities and really supportive groups. You look at all their good shot, all their booster groups, and that's kind of the same way throughout the Badger Conference.
That's a base hit to center by Caleb Verabrook. And Waunakee has its leadoff hitter on here in the fourth inning. Well, we appreciate all your cooperation too, Mike. I mean, as you say, when you have a big game and you get all these media people and everybody wants to jam in and park and have a good seat and all that sort of thing, it can get pretty complicated. But we've always appreciated the cooperation of you and your staff, and from getting rosters to getting us set up where we need to get set up, and we appreciate it. And
we appreciate the coverage. I mean, it's awesome that you guys can get out here and support high school athletics like this. This back in the 70s, we never saw anything like this. But it's great for the kids and their families, and we certainly appreciate that from you guys.
I think we had a TV camera from Wausau come down once every 2 or 3 years, right?
No doubt.
And then Mark Zelich would read the score,
yep.
and that'd be about it. But we appreciate you stopping by. We'll let you get back to your duties, and we'll see you again soon.
All right. Thanks,
Mike
Jay.
McHugh, the athletic director here at Deforest High School. And boy, Waunakee is starting to hit the ball in this inning. Amato lines a base hit to right, 2 on, nobody out. We really do thank Mike McHugh and really all the athletic directors around the area, and all the coaches who help us out with everything from rosters to statistical information. And it's a good partnership. I mean, like Mike said, can't beat the exposure, can't beat the ability to watch a high school baseball game on your computer. Somebody's uncle lives in Florida, they get a chance to see their nephew play here. There's one. That's 1 out on the tag, and they'll get the runner at first, so that's a double play as Amato's out. Hurlbus out at first, and Verabrook goes to third on the play. So quickly 2 out. Well, after that 7-run explosion in the first inning, things have settled down, and both teams have had some pretty quick innings here. Now it goes to Willie Frymuth He's 1 for 2, a single and a run scored back in the first. Frymouth, a .250 hitter. Got his 10th run batted in of the season with that base hit in the first. Now, the job of an athletic director is not easy. Everybody has their opinion on how you should do it. Guys like Mike McHugh, Brian Smith over in Waunakee, and so many other athletic directors around the area. Really, they're long days. You wouldn't believe how long their days are sometimes if they're hosting a big invitational or really just day-to-day stuff, setting up schedules, whatever. Their jobs are greatly appreciated. 2-1 is the count to Frymouth. And a swinging strike, 2-2. Luke Johnson, the Waunakee catcher, waits on deck. Waunakee with that 5-game winning streak. Now this will be back to the mound. And thrown out at first. Tell you about that in just a little bit as Frymouth grounds back to the pitcher, and despite 2 hits, Waunakee comes up empty here in the 4th inning. For the bottom of the 4th, we will take a break. Waunakee 7, Deforest Company.
3.5. 4 remaining. Waunakee 7. Deforest 0. Christmas fans, Friday night, left. Starts at 5:45. But it will be played at Madison Memorial. Home half of the 4th inning for the Norskies. Leading off will be Evan Kelly, the 3rd baseman, followed by the pitcher Brett Baumhoff, and then the first baseman, Jordan Bleed.
Game moving right along. We go to the DeForest half of the 4th inning, and there you see Mark Seehoff. All he's done is allowed just 2 base runners in the first 3 innings, both on hit by pitches. His team staked into a 7-0 lead with 7 in the first, and boy, there's another hit by pitch. Evan Kelly hit for the 2nd time today. Now, Kelly's a dangerous hitter. You sure don't want to put him on to lead off the inning with another hit by pitch. Here comes another dangerous hitter. Pitcher Brett Baumhoff, although he grounded into a double play his first time up right after Kelly's first hit by pitch. And Seehoff gets strike 1 on Baumhoff. Coming into the game hitting .389. Big game earlier this year against Sauk Prairie. 3 out of 4 with 5 runs batted in. They try to throw behind Kelly, the runner at first, but he's back in safely. So Baumhoff certainly has the ability to hit the ball hard and do some damage. Another quick throw to first. Kelly's back. Evan Kelly, the runner at first, is a sophomore, hit .390 with 18 runs batted in. He's continued his fine play through his career. Oh, look at that running catch by Nick Amato. Baumhoff hit it to right. Amato just kind of kept gliding in toward the infield, and at the last, he just stuck out his glove and made a nice running catch for the out.
The first baseman,
another look. Look at that. He's just kind of walking along, going along, and then boom, right there. Nice play by Amato. So 1 out. Kelly back to first. And here's Jordan Bleed, the cleanup hitter for Deforest. Went fishing at that one outside and walks away from the batter's box to gather his thoughts. Strike one. Late swing there, and lead came up empty, 0-2. Said Waunakee had won 5 in a row. They swept a doubleheader against Monroe. They beat Baraboo, Mount Horeb, and last Thursday, Madison Edgewood 7-5 in our game of the week. That was a dandy at Warner Park. Now this one bounces in. Nice stop by Johnson behind the plate. 1-2 the count. Look, for all intents and purposes, that the game was going to end last Thursday when Edgewood hit a hard shot to third, and Caleb Verabrook came up with one of the better defensive plays you're going to see. That forced extra innings, and then Waunakee won it 7-5 in 8. Temperature got down to 38 degrees by the time the game was over that night. No problem today. 65 degrees here in Deforest with the sun shining brightly. Here's a 1-2. Another hit by pitch. The 4th batter hit by Seoff. That'll move Kelly to second. Bleed now at first.
Gets hit by the pitch.
Now they're getting hits, but not base hits. Hit by pitches.
Bringing up the left fielder, number 34.
Comes Joe Mickelson.
Joe Mickelson.
First time up, you'll never guess. Mickelson was hit by a pitch. 1 out, first and second. Threat here for Deforest. And there's a strike from Seoff. This one's fisted to the right side, takes a funny hop, and Onosorgi will play it to the pitcher. Nice job by Seoff getting over to cover. The runners will move up to second and third, but now 2 outs in the inning.
For the second out of the
They had
inning,
a funny little spin on it, and Onosorgi
7,
handled
Brock
it, and
Allen.
by the time he got it, Seoff was basically at the bag, and so Kelly goes to third, Bleed to second, and now Brock Allen, the Deforest catcher, looks to get a couple RBIs, get the Norskies back in this thing. But now there's 2 out. Wild pitch. Here comes the runner. Play at the plate, not in time, and Deforest is on the board on a wild pitch. Kelly comes in to score.
Norskies get a run on the wild
Bleed
pitch.
goes to third. So anyway, Deforest can get him right now. A hit by pitch, a fly out, and another hit by pitch. A ground out and a wild pitch scores the run. 7-1 now. Well, Seoff is really popping that catcher's mitt. Good speed, but bad direction. 2-0. Throw back to third. Back in safely is Bleed. 4 Deforest batters have been hit by pitches. Still no base hits. And the only run scored in a wild pitch. Strike call. 3-1. Let's see if Allen gets something good to hit here on the hitter's count. 3-1. Allen hits .353 on the season coming into the game. 3-1. Big swing and a miss. Count is full on Allen. Seoff trying to get out of a bit of a jam here with only 1 run scoring in the bottom of the 4th. Here comes the 3-2. This one's to third and bobbled by Verabrook, and another run will score.
On the air, and the run scores.
So it's an error on the third baseman. Allen reaches, Bleed scores. 7-2.
For the catcher, number 6, Eric Anderson. Now batting, it's number 4.
Brandon Miller
baseman,
now at
Brandon
the
Miller.
plate. Eric Anderson running for the catcher, Brock Allen at first. 2 out, 2 runs in. One skips up to the plate, and another nice block by Luke Johnson. So the Norskies have battled back for our couple here in the bottom of the 4th inning to cut the lead to 5. Runner not going, and the pitch to Miller misses inside, 2-0. Getting close to 6 o'clock here in Deforest. In less than an hour, we've almost played 4 innings, so after a very long first inning, the pace of the game has really picked up. Now Miller batting with 2 out. Runner going. Miller swinging, and this one's to short. Tough play for Frymuth. Throwing. Got him. Well done by Willie Frymuth, the Waunakee shortstop.
Miller is out at first base.
That
On a nice
eventually
play by
retires the
shortstop,
side.
third and final out
But
of the
DeForest comes up with his first 2 runs of the game here in the bottom of the 4th. A couple of hit by pitches, an error,
One man left.
and
Your
a
new
wild
score
pitch.
after 4 complete.
So we've completed 4 here in DeForest in our Brett Mania Game of the Week. Our score now, Waunakee 7 and DeForest 2. Okay. All right, Emily, here comes a quick voiceover. In 3, 2, 1. Well, the story of the game so far was the Waunakee first inning. Max Chamberlain started it off with a hit, and 4 hits later and 3 errors later, Waunakee had scored 7 times. Let me try it again. In 3, 2, 1. Well, the story of the game so far, the Waunakee first inning. Max Chamberlain led it off with a single, and by the time it was all done, Waunakee had 4 hits, DeForest had committed 3 errors, and Waunakee had 7 runs. Meanwhile, Mark Seehoff has given up a couple of runs for Waunakee on the mound, but so far through 4 innings, he has not allowed a base hit. 7-2 Waunakee leads through 4. There. You can do something with that. All right. Welcome back to DeForest on channel3000.com. We're in the top of the 5th as Waunakee comes to bat. They haven't scored since the first inning, but the good news for the Warriors, they scored 7 times in that first inning. So it's 7-2. Waunakee was 7 in the first, DeForest with 2 in the 4th. Now we go to the catcher, Luke Johnson. He's the number 6 hitter. Alex Vagley on deck, and Jacob Anasorgi, the first baseman, the scheduled 3 to face Brett Vomhoff. Waunakee's hit Vomhoff at times. 7 hits allowed for Vomhoff. All but one of those runs in the first inning earned. Or unearned, excuse me. One earned run, the rest unearned. This one's fisted and popped up. It's going to be a tough play, and it falls between Kelly, the third baseman, Vomhoff, the pitcher, and Allen, the catcher, and it's just going to be a strike on Luke Johnson. 2-2 now, the count on him. When we started, the clouds looked like they were rolling in, some very dark clouds to the south. And all that is pushed to the east now, and we have hazy sunshine and temperatures in the mid-60s. Here's 2-2. Bounced into the plate, and now the count goes full on the Waunakee leadoff batter here in the 5th inning, Luke Johnson. This one's looped to right. Taylor Mack had to move maybe 2-3 steps, and it's 1 up, 1 down here in the 5th for Waunakee.
First out of the inning.
Alex Bagley, the second baseman.
The second baseman.
Reached
Alex
on an error.
Bagley.
Scored a run. and grounded out to short. Bagley coming in at 167 on the season. Like to get something going here in the top of the fifth. And looks at strike one. And this one's to second. Easy play for Miller. And Bleed finds the bag for the second out. So, good start to the fifth inning for Brett Baumhoff on the mound for Deforest.
That'll bring up
Miller has fielding problems.
The first baseman, Jacob.
Converts that one completely for out number two. Here's Anasorgi. He has one of the Waunakee hits. Reached base twice. Fielder's choice in the first, and then a single in the third. And this is going to be a fly ball to center. And overrunning it is Lane McDonald. Looked like a fairly straightforward play to end the inning, but McDonald just overran the ball.
Anasorgi is safe at first base.
So I don't think he got a glove on it.
That's going to bring up.
I think you got to call that a double.
The left fielder, Justin Block.
In any case, well, Anasorgi only got the first, so it'd be a single. But, Block now the hitter with two out, and new life to the Waunakee fifth inning. This is a tough play. Look at that play by Baumhoff, the pitcher, who barehands it, spins and throws to get blocked. Well done by Baumhoff, who just said, well, shoot, I'll just do it myself. Good play by the Deforest pitcher. So Anasorgi reaches with two outs, but no damage as Waunakee goes out without a run here in the fifth. 4 shutout innings for Baumhoff and Deforest after Waunakee scored 7 in the first. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 7-2 Waunakee.
In the home half of the fifth inning, the Northkeys are going to have the center fielder, number 9, Lane McDonald, leading off.
Bottom of the fifth, the home team comes to bat trailing 7-2, and to get things started, Lane McDonald, the center fielder, struck out his only time up in the third inning. Seehoff has put 4 runners on base, well, 5 with an error. Got stung for a couple of runs in the fourth inning, but all in all, he's had a pretty good day on the mound, Mark Seehoff. Here's the third. Verbrugge battles and throws across for the out. Nice job again by the Waunakee third baseman Caleb Verbrugge to retire McDonald.
Third baseman for the first out of the inning.
Taylor Mack now steps in.
That'll bring up number 21, the right fielder, Taylor Mack.
Mack's only time up in the third inning was a ground ball to shortstop. Mack hitting .091 in the year. A decent season on the mound. He's 0-2, but a 2.88 earned run average. He was the starting pitcher against Waunakee in that first game in April. The one that Waunakee rallied to win 5-4. Here's a ground ball to second, Bagley to Anasorgi, and that's 2 outs. A couple of ground outs here to start the fifth inning for Deforest. Oh, I guess they pulled him off the bag, so that'll have to be an error on the throw from the
Number
second
24,
baseman.
John Vandermolen.
So it looked like Vagley had made the play, but again, the throw pulled the first baseman off, and that will get back to first safely. Top of the order, John Vandermolen. Got jammed on that one, and he fouls it straight back. Third time around the order for DeForest now. Vandermolen, a couple of groundouts in his first 2 trips. And there you see Mark Seehoff. Chases Mack back to first. 1 down here in the 5th. There you see the lead by Mack, who reached on the error. One more throw back, and this one skips past Anasorgi, so that will allow Mack to go to second. So a couple of errors have put Mack in scoring position now. Seehoff with the quick pickoff move, but the errant throw gets past the Waunakee first baseman, and there you see Taylor Mack, who's halfway home. He's now at second. Counts 0-1 to Vandermolen. Ball, 1-1. From the stretch, Seehoff. Missed again. 2-1. Waunakee's been to state baseball 7 times in their history. The first one was 1960. Their last trip a couple years ago, 2010. They beat Kimberly in the first game at Fox City Stadium, and then lost to eventual champion Bayport 13-5 just a couple years ago. Waunakee hope Foul ball, just foul. He hit it hard, but that had a hook on it, and it just fell foul. Well, the runners were moving too. That would have scored at least one. But that will send Mack back to second, Vandermolen back to first, and Kelly stays in the batter's box 2-2. We're all back to full power now. Thanks for your patience. We apologize for our little issue, but now we're back at them. Just a reset. The Deforest fifth. Kelly stands in with a 2-2 count. Hot shot, caught by the shortstop, and he'll toss it to Vaguely for the double play. Runners were going, and Kelly lines into a double play as Mack is caught off second base. Well, I don't want to jinx anybody, but Deforest is still looking for their first base hit today. We have now played 5 complete. Waunakee 7, Deforest 2.
Waunakee 7, Deforest 2. Max Chamberlain.
All right. We move to the top of the 6th inning. Waunakee leading 7-2. Top of the order due up. Max Chamberlain, Caleb Bearbrook, and Nick Amato. To face Brett Baumhoff, who's gone all the way in the mound for DeForest. Here's Chamberlain. Big swing and strike one. Chamberlain led off the game with a single. He got things started in that 7-run first inning. He's also walked and grounded out. Foul. Third base line. 0-2. Chamberlain on the season came in hitting .500, so he's maintained that batting average, going 1 for 2 officially. Driven in 5 on the season. Takes a mighty swing at that one and grounds it to Kelly at third, and his throw to Bleed retires Chamberlain to lead off the 5th.
Chamberlain grounds out for the first out of the inning.
Now Caleb Varenbrook. Good day for the Waunakee third baseman. A couple of hits and a sacrifice.
Caleb Varenbrook.
That sacrifice really set the table for what was one of Waunakee's biggest innings of the year, 7 runs in the first. Varenbrook very good in the field too the last couple of games we've seen here in the game of the week. Good player, Caleb Varenbrook. He's one of the seniors on the Waunakee baseball roster. Vaguely, Brock, Chamberlain, Amato, Ross Vitek, who has not played today, but also on the roster, one of the seniors. This one's popped up foul, first base side, and it will leave the park for a strike. 2-2 now the count to Varenbrook. Watches that one go outside. Now he's worked it full. Good battle here between Baumhoff and Varenbrook. Payoff pitch. Hit up the middle. Vandermolen, nice pick, nice throw. Got him. 2 down.
Varenbrook grounds out to the shortstop.
First inning was kind of a mess. defensively for Deforest, but the Norskies have settled in and made some good plays on the infield.
Amato.
And that has stabilized the situation, but that whole getting down 7 runs in the first inning has just been a little too much to dig out of. Here comes Nick Amato. Vomhoff bounced it in for ball 1. Amato, a good day, 2 for 3. Scored a run in the first. This one's to the right side where Bleed will shovel to Vomhoff, and 1-2-3 goes Waunakee in the 6th.
With the pitcher covering.
3 groundouts, and Vomhoff's out of it. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Score remains Waunakee 7, Deforest 2.
Waunakee 7, Florida 2. Home half of the 6th inning. The Norskies are going to have the pitcher, number 8, Brett Vomhoff, leading off.
We go to the bottom of inning number 6. Brett Vomhoff, the Deforest pitcher, will lead off, and he's looking to get that Norski offense going. Been kind of quiet. They've had the benefit of some hit by pitches that led to a couple of runs in the 4th inning, but that's been it. Vomhoff takes strike 1 to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And that one missed. Seahawks pitch count not too bad. He's only walked 1 batter today. There's a strike. That's a dart right down the middle. 1-2. Seehoff, a junior, right-hander for Waunakee. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air, and there's a hit. Chamberlain couldn't quite get there, plays it on the hop, and so there's the first hit of the day for Deforest.
Courtesy running
That
for
makes
the pitcher is going to be number 29.
Feel a little better. Let's see
Nate
if they can
Solom.
turn that into something. Nate Solom will run for Vomhoff, the pitcher. Nate Solom, a junior, number 29 for Deforest. Okay, now Seahawks doesn't have to worry about a no-hitter. He can just focus on getting some more outs. This is Jordan Bleed, the cleanup hitter. There's the 0-1. That's a hot shot, another base hit to center. So consecutive singles to lead off the 6th inning, and Deforest has something going with nobody out.
Single to center field. That'll bring up.
Well, better late than never for Deforest, they hope, as they're now to the 6th inning.
Mickelson.
First and second, nobody out, and here comes Joe Mickelson, number 5 hitter in Harold Olson's batting order. Mickelson takes a strike. Deforest could scratch a couple of more runs here or more. That'd make that 7th inning pretty interesting. Those final outs always seem to be pretty tough. 0-1. Fouled off. 0-2. Brock Allen, the catcher, warms on deck. But right now the focus is at the plate. Mickelson trying to keep this good start to the 6th inning going for Deforest. And there's another shot to left, but this one will hold up for Justin Block. And that's the first out of the inning. Mickelson hit it hard, but right to Block, and that's one out.
That'll bring up catcher.
So first and second, now one out, and here comes Brock Allen. He's been on twice, once at a fielder's choice and once on an error. He's looking for his first hit of the day. So Deforest breaks up a no-hitter with nobody out in the 6th. And now Seehoff is going to start worrying about throwing strikes, I'd imagine. At the time he did not. It's 1-0 to the batter, Brock Allen. Brandon Miller, the second baseman, is on deck. Allen, good hitter, 353 in the year. Holds up on that one and watches the ball go by. 2-0. Action in the bullpen for Waunakee, so strike at the plate. They throw back to second. The runner back in safely. That's Solom. It's Johnson, the catcher, tried to pick him off. 2-1 the count. Another ball, 3-1. Well, things getting a little dicey for Seehoff here in the 6th. Looks like Darian Kenyon, a junior, is warming up in the Waunakee bullpen. Ball 4, bases are loaded with one out.
Allen draws the walk, loads the bases.
And now it comes back around to Brandon Miller. Remember, he had three fielding and throwing errors in the first inning. Boy, took about an opportunity to make up for things. It is on the shoulders of Brandon Miller now with the bases loaded and one out, and we are going to get a pitching change. Nice hand for Mark Seehoff. He allows 2 hits, 2 runs, and 5 1/3 innings, but his day is done as Seehoff did a nice job on the mound to protect that early 7-run lead for Waunakee.
Seehoff is number 24.
So Darian Kenyon, a right-handed junior pitcher, comes in. Kenyon on the year, 10 innings pitched.
Warm-up tosses, head on over to the concession stand.
Has an earned run average of 3.50. He struck out 8, walked only 1, so he's shown very good control. Has allowed 12 hits in those 10 innings pitched. And he has a record of 1-0. So Darian Kenyon, Kenyon, now on the mound for Waunakee as he tries to wiggle out of a pretty good jam here with bases loaded and 1 out in the 6th. Boy, it looked like for all the world that Waunakee was going to put her in cruise control. And they did. It was 7-0 till the bottom of the 4th one. Deforest got a couple of runs. They didn't get a hit until the 6th. But 2 hits and a walk have loaded things up. And Darian Kenyon now called on to put out the fire. In the first meeting between these two, it was Waunakee getting the early lead 4-0, and then, Deforest getting the lead 4-0, and then Waunakee making the furious rally to win it 5-4. And boy, Deforest would love to turn the tables and do the same here in Waunakee today. In Deforest today, excuse me. I got my cities right.
Allen is number 6, Eric Anderson.
Okay, here we go. Anderson running for Allen at first, as he did earlier. Now here we go. Bases loaded. First pitch to Miller. Swinging. Hits it deep to left. Block on the run. Off the wall. One run's in. Here comes the second run in. And they got the runner going to third. Wow. Anderson trying to get the third. Well, Miller did his job. He spanked it over the head of Block in left field.
Miller singles, drives in 2 runs.
So a couple of runs score.
Anderson's called out at
But
third
a costly
base
out
for the
at
second out of the
third
inning.
as Anderson tried to
gonna
get
bring
from
up
first
the
to
pinch hitter.
third, and nice job by
Number
Waunakee
5,
to get the
Casey
relay.
Whitman.
Okay, boy, look, he darn near got that thing out of here for a grand slam. One hop off the wall for Miller. And there's that, what could be an awfully big play at third for the second out. So Deforest has 2 in. And now here comes Lane McDonald, the center fielder. Well, Waunakee got some of what it wanted, getting it to within 3 runs, but oh, they'd love to have second and third, or first and third, and only 1 out. But Anderson nailed at the bag. There's Kenyon. Well, he gave up a couple of runs, but he got the out too. So now we're 2 down. Here's McDonald at the plate. This one's up in the air on the infield. Shortstop Frymuth makes the catch, and that retires the side.
Pops up to the shortstop for the
Well,
third and final out
Deforest
of the
creeps
inning.
closer. They
But the
have
Norskies
2 runs
get
on
2
3
runs
hits.
on 3 hits. They leave 1.
Leave 1 man.
Your new score.
We go to the bottom, or the top of the 7th, rather.
After 6 complete.
6 complete. 7-4 Waunakee.
Deforest 4. The Norskies have a couple of changes around the diamond. Now pitching will be number 4, Brandon Miller. He moves over from second base. Brett Baumhoff moves out to left field from pitcher. And the left fielder, Joe Mickelson, moves in to play second base. Leading off in the top half of the 7th inning is going to be the designated hitter, number 11, Cameron Hurlbus.
Couple of changes for Deforest, most notably on the pitcher's mound. Brandon Miller, who was the second baseman, moves onto the mound to take over for Brett Baumhoff. Baumhoff, the starting pitcher, now moves to left, and Joe Mickelson, who was playing left field, takes over for Miller at second base. Miller's had a good year on the mound, a win, 2 saves, an earned run average of 0. He'll face 4, 5, and 6 in the Waunakee lineup. Hurlbus, Frymuth, and Johnson. Hurlbus 0 for 3, but he did score a run, reaching on an error in the first. Two and 0 now. Here's the next one from Miller. 3-0, high and a little outside. So Waunakee has seen their lead slip to 7-4. They'd love to tack on an insurance run or two heading into the bottom of the seventh. Here's the 3-0 to Hurlbus. Right there for strike one. So the infield now third to first, Kelly, Vandermolen, Mickelson, and Bleed. The outfield left to right is Vomhoff, McDonald, and Mack. Big swing and came up empty, did Hurlbus. 3-2, so Miller battling back from 3-0. 3-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat and just over the head of the shortstop, Vandermolen, and Hurlbus has his first hit of the day.
Hurlbus singles to left field.
Wasn't a real shot, a little bit of a humpback liner, but it was just high enough to get past Vandermolen and land safely in the outfield grass.
It's going to be a pinch runner for Waunakee.
We're going to have a runner for Waunakee. Looks like, well, I can see, oh, there it is, number 12, Ross Vitek. Ross Vitek, the senior. So Vitek,
the shortstop,
runner for Hurlbus at
Frymuth.
first. And in steps Willie Frymuth, the shortstop for Waunakee. 1 for 3 officially. I was going to say run scored in the first, but who didn't score in the first for Waunakee?
Running for Waunakee is number 12, Ross Vitek.
Nobody out. Waunakee looks to build on a 3-run lead. Well, that time Frymuth squared to bunt, but just got a little piece of it, and it's a foul ball. 0-1 the count on Willie Frymuth. .250 hitter on the season. Has not had a successful sacrifice bunt. Struck out only 6 times in 32 at-bats coming in. There's a bunt right down the line. Wow, that's a beauty. Kelly with a tough play. Got him. Boy, that was a heck of a bunt by Frymuth.
Frymuth sacrifices the runner over to second for the first out.
So that'll move Vitek to second.
That's going to bring up
one down.
6.
And here comes the catcher, Luke Johnson. Johnson today reached on an error, grounded out, flew out. 0 for 3 with a run scored. And outside for ball 1 from Brandon Miller. This crowd has stuck around for the whole game. And a little more in doubt after Waunakee got the 7 early, and now 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th for Deforest. Well, Miller missed with that one outside again, and it's 2-0. Alex Vagley, second baseman, warming in the on-deck circle for Waunakee. Still bright sunshine. Well, that's slipping toward the horizon as we get a little later into the evening. 20-7 here in Deforest. Vitek, the runner at second with 1 out. Pitch to Johnson. That one's hit, and over the head again of Vandermolen. Vitek had to retreat because he wasn't sure if Vandermolen could catch it, but once it got past him, he's able to advance to third. So Johnson with a base hit.
Glove of the shortstop.
And that's the second hit in the inning off Miller, and now We'll again have a runner, Alex Cole, in for Johnson. That was the case in the first inning as well. So something going here for Waunakee, top of the 7th. 1 out. Vitek at third. Cole, the runner, at first. RBI chance for Alex Vagley, who's going to dig into the left-handed batter's box, the second baseman for Waunakee. That breaking ball stayed high, 1-0. Breeze picking up just a little bit. Blowing from the left field to the right field corner. But really not too much of a factor. Runner going, ground ball to second. They'll get the out at first as Mickelson throws over. And another Waunakee run will score.
Out of the inning, but he drives in a run.
So that's going to be an RBI for Vagley.
That'll bring up the first baseman.
He'll get a run batted in.
Number 1, Jacob Anansorgi.
Vitek scores, and Cole goes to second. So Anansorgi now the hitter. He's had a good day, 2 out of 3 with an RBI. And lets that one go by for ball 1. So now 8-4 the score. Waunakee's lead back to 4. And that's a nice bit of breathing room going to the bottom of the inning, and they're not done yet. 2 down. Have a wild cut at that one for strike 1. Great to have you with us on channel3000.com for our spring game of the week. We're already looking forward to the fall when football returns. Setting up that schedule, I got a feeling we might be either at Waunakee or Deforest, wherever that game might be for football. 1-1. That's a beauty. A bender from Miller finds the strike zone. 1-2. Miller relieved Brett Vomhoff here in the 7th and has allowed a run on a couple of hits. 1-2. Just missed inside. Allen, the catcher, tried to frame it, but it was just out of the strike zone. 2-2 now, 2 down. Cole, the runner, at second. Tomahawk that one foul. Pulled it behind the third base dugout. Another 2-2 coming to Anansorgi. He again went with the breaking ball, and that dove low, so now full count. 3-2. The runner will be off with the pitch. Cole from second. Miller stretches, delivers. That one was up around the shoulders, and Anansorgi fouled it back. Another 3-2 pitch coming. Miller checks Cole. Here it is. This one's rolled to short. Vandermolen has a pretty straightforward play, and that will retire Anansorgi and Waunakee in the top of the 7th.
Anansorgi grounds out for the 3rd and final out of the
So a
inning.
couple of hits and a run gives Waunakee an 8-4 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th.
They lead 1. Your new score after 6.5. Waunakee 8. Deforest 4. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Leading off for the Norskies is going to be the right fielder, number 21, Taylor Mack.
Last chance for Deforest here, bottom of the 7th. They need 4 to tie, 5 to pull out a win at home. Number 9 hitter Taylor Mack in the batter's box. Darian Kenyon. And first pitch swinging is Mack, and he lifts it to the outfield. That wind's pushing it a little bit, but Chamberlain able to circle around it and make the catch for the first out.
Taylor Mack skies out to the
So Mack goes after the first one here in the 7th inning, and it's one pitch, one out for DeForest. Top of the order now, John Vandermolen,
senior, number 24,
Evan Kelly
John
on
Vandermolen.
deck. So DeForest has some of their best hitters coming up to try and extend this game. Down 4.
Center fielder.
Well, the wind is as strong as it's been all afternoon. Just within the last inning or so. Again, it's going from the left field to the right field corner. Kenyon misses high to Vandermolen. That one's a called strike. 2-1 the count. Waunakee wants to warm up the bus and get the heck out of here. Ground ball, shortstop, Freimuth up and throwing. Beat him by a step, 2 down.
Vandermolen grounds out to the shortstop.
So Evan Kelly is the last hope for DeForest.
Bringing up number 11.
He's had an interesting day.
Senior.
Hit
Evan
by pitch,
Kelly.
hit by pitch and a run scored, and then lined out into a double play. And he swings at the first pitch, and it's to second base. Vaguely got him, and that'll do it.
Evan Kelly grounds out to the second
So
baseman for the
DeForest
third
goes
and final
1-2-3 in the 7th inning, and Waunakee's winning streak is now at 6.
Waunakee 8,
7 runs in the first inning.
4.
Made things pretty comfortable to start out for the Warriors. Mark Seehoff, their starting pitcher, had a no-hitter going into the 6th inning. Did give up 3 hits in that inning and a couple of runs, but more than enough for Waunakee to move now to 4-2 in the conference, and with a big showdown with Reedsburg coming up Thursday in Waunakee. Reedsburg so far undefeated in the conference. DeForest could make it an interesting race in the Badger North if they could pull off a victory against the Weavers at home on Thursday. DeForest now dropped to 5-8 overall and 3-5 in the Badger North. I want to thank you all for joining us for our Prep Mania Channel3000.com Game of the Week. A reminder that next Tuesday we'll be with you from Old Brick Park for girls softball as Middleton visits Madison LaFollette. We'll be with you on Channel3000.com at 4:30. Thanks to our entire When We Were Young Productions crew for putting these pictures online for us today. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Jay Wilson. And our final score, Waunakee 8 and DeForest 4. So long from DeForest.